name's Scott, and today we're going to be talking about dojo etiquette. If you've never been at a dojo, or you've been to a dojo and just wanted to know why people do the things they do, if you've been interested in going to one and you don't want to look like you don't know anything and be reprimanded a lot or corrected, this is going to help, okay? There's a lot of things that most people don't know that I'm going to lay out. Traditional Okinawan and Japanese dojos are very different than American type dojos. And most traditional martial art dojos, they are very respect oriented. So when you come to the dojo, when you open up the door to come in, if there is a flooring, a waiting area with chairs or receptionist area, you just walk through it like normal, and then once you get to the actual floor, you must have your shoes removed. So either you've already removed them or you remove them at that point. You then bow in, and most dojos have some sort of significant idol that you bow to. If it's an American type school, traditionally they have an American flag. If it's a Japanese school, it could be simply a Japanese flag, or maybe the master of the style, or maybe your sensei's teacher. Whichever their idol is that you bow to, make sure you bow to it. And if your sensei's having the class, it's expected that you respect him or her by bowing to them before entering. Then you continue on through the dojo by going to the back of the class. You never want to cut across the dojo in front of the teacher or behind the teacher. You always go behind the students. So if there's already a class in session, when you bow in, you simply go to the back, turn, and go behind them, all the way to your dressing area, or to even get in line to start your class. Okay, you never want to walk in front of the instructor. That is a big taboo. Okay. Now, once you get there, it's always good to stretch. Make sure you're already good. If you get there early, you know, in the waiting area, if there's a waiting area before your floor or after your floor, whichever, make sure you're stretched out and then go in. Don't ever go in and start stretching on the floor while the teacher or the sensei is trying to instruct. That's just rude and poor etiquette. When the instructor is talking, always try and be at some kind of ready stance. You don't want to be sitting there goofing off, throwing your arms around, sitting with the arms crossed, talking to people. Definitely don't be doing any of this. Just simply stand at attention. Okay, you don't have to be all military style and attention, but just stand with your feet together and your arms at your side in a relaxed position. You don't have to be, you know, hardcore in attention mode, because then you'll just look odd. But just kind of follow along what everybody else is doing. They'll kind of show you the way. But you definitely don't want to be disrespectful and be talking, moving around, playing around, horsing around. Okay, when the instructor is talking, the sensei, make sure you listen, because he's not there for fun. He's trying to teach you. Okay. When bowing in, most dojos, when you bow in, you always bow to the sensei, to the idol, and then you're usually done. So, like at my dojo, for instance, we bow to our idol, our head sensei. We bow to our sensei that owns the dojo, that teaches. And then if there's any black belts assisting the class, we bow to them, showing that we are acknowledging their teaching us and showing them respect. Okay. All this will be shown to you. Don't assume that this is correct at your dojo, because there are many, many different ways of doing this, and everybody has different traditions that they want to follow. But these are just a lot of etiquettes that I've noticed in many dojos that a lot of people in traditional dojos would like you to do. On that note, if you say your class starts at say 7 and you get there a little bit late and class has already started, you never want to just bow in and come into the class, because that also shows disrespect because you didn't show up on time. Traditionally, you will get on your knees with your feet on the ground and position with your hands at your knees until you're acknowledged. Once you're acknowledged, you then bow into the teacher by putting your hands on the floor and bowing your head, and then coming up. Then you're able to bow into the floor. Okay, you never want to assume that they don't unless they've already stated that they don't mind you just coming into the class. Okay, all this is based on respect for a dojo and its instructors. At the end of class, same thing. You bow to your idol, your sensei, any helper sensei that have helped out, and then you're able to leave the floor. It is also widely used where you say thank you to your sensei after the class for the instructions, because a lot of dojos, they don't have to be there. You have to realize that. They're just like you and me. They're just working stiffs that have a normal job that decide that they would really love to share their art with the world. So they actually opened up their dojo and took the time out of their life to do this. So thank them for this. They appreciate this. If you don't, and everybody else does, you look like you don't appreciate their hard work and time and effort and their training to train you. But if it's not widely used where your dojo says thank you, you saying thank you and you appreciate the time and effort they took, it shows that you're more dedicated to them, and they will in turn be more happy when you come into the dojo and be in better straits with you, be able to enjoy seeing you come. When you line up, this is almost every dojo I've ever been in, ever seen, ever been a part of. They all do this. They always line up by rank, highest to lowest. Traditionally, it starts off from your far left, white belt, all the way up to far right, highest rank, black belt. So even if there are, say, 10 yellow belts, they all line up together. Traditionally, they don't really matter what rank they are because they're all still the same rank. They're still yellow belt or whatever rank y'all have. Then once they progress, even though they've been with the yellow belt crew, the same 10 people for 6 months, let's just say, even though they got promoted to the next rank and their friends and other yellow belts haven't, they still rank up. So if they traditionally are at the end of the line and they got promoted, now they're at the front of the line. Make sense? So you have all the way from white belt to black belt, and then when you bow in, everybody bows at the same time, and then when they start to come up, you watch your eye to the right, and as the higher rank comes up, then you come up. So it should look like a wave effect. Black belt, brown belt, green belt, yellow belt, orange belt, whatever belt you have, all the way down the line. So it should, kind of do a wave. You never want to raise up before the higher rank in front of you, because it shows disrespect to him for his training. That's it, guys. That's all the tips I got for you. If there's anything that you know that you want to share with me that I can make a second video of this, excellent. I'd like to know, because I'm super interested in knowing what other dojos have to do. So hope this helped, and have fun.